I'm Joe.
And I'm Mary.
And we're Book Buds.
Now you gotta stay tuned till the end to figure out why are we dressed up like this. It's gonna be fun.
So welcome to our first installment of Book Buds, where we will discuss Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. Very popular book. A lot of people are loving this. Amazing.
And if you haven't read it, we're gonna be talking about the whole thing right now.
Spoiler alert.
Totally.
So there's this girl in the marsh, and since I've read this book, I say marsh all the time. Like they call her, this is like mean, but like they call her marsh trash. And it's terrible.
I don't call her marsh trash. She's my marsh girl.
Marsh, I love the word marsh. It's hysterical. Like, didn't you really come to care about the main character?
Oh my God, totally. Yeah. I wanted to protect her. I think those that loved her in the book wanted to protect her too. Why do we have to have the lawnmower?
So Kaya grew up in the marsh and in the swamp, so she's very into nature and she has a lot of knowledge. And like she knows all the birds and she knows all the insects and all the, all the different vegetation and stuff. It was pretty cool. It had a little bit of a learning experience as well. Because I've never really spent some time in a marsh, so.
You haven't?
I haven't been to the swamp. No. Not for like an extended period of time.
We're going to go to the marsh today.
Well, we're going to be on location shooting our book buds.
That's right.
Everybody winds up leaving this poor girl all alone in the marsh.
She was alone, except for her dad at 7. And that was crazy. I just thought, like, 7-year-old, how do they survive, But her dad gave her money and a little bit of, support and guidance. I can't even really say those words, right? It wasn't quite that.
Right. And let's talk about the father for a second. So he was using alcohol, and he was often drunk and would go away for like 3 days at a time and would come home in like a drunken stupor. But like for a short amount of time, like they had some moments. Like they would go out on the boat. He taught her to fish.
It was nice. It was special.
And like
she
they had
nice,
some moments.
Yeah, there
which
was love
like
there.
Nice.
I really wanted to know what happened when he disappeared. He just disappeared. He was probably like drunk and dead in a river somewhere.
I know. Poor guy.
Bar fight. I don't
it's
know.
sad.
Yeah.
And backing up, so her mother left because she was, with the drunk guy, and she wrote a letter. She wrote a letter to Kaya, and Kaya had not yet learned how to read, which happens later in the book.
Killed me that she could not read that letter.
Killed me.
Ugh.
She had it in her hands,
yes.
And she couldn't read the letter from her mother. And then the father burned it, it burned it up.
Yes. And thank God it was the brother that told her towards the end, like, Mom sent a letter and this is what she wanted to do or something like that. And I was like, oh, thank God I know what the letter said. I don't know if I would have survived if I didn't know what that letter said. Joe, this book did make me cry 3 times. It wasn't like, many tissues or anything. I think it could all have been one tissue reused 3 different times.
That sounds gross.
It was like spaced out, so they were different tissues.
You can't get a new tissue.
I could. I'm just saying, it wasn't a lot of tears.
That was the point.
It was just, it was little heartbreaks. Did
you cry at the scene with her brother?
No.
You didn't. She was reunited with him and he was going to leave again, and it was a grueling scene. It was heart-wrenching.
Okay, I teared up when she got her period and she hugged Mabel, Jumpin's wife.
I love Jumpin'. I love Mabel.
That motherly hug. I was like, she needs that.
Yeah.
That blew my mind. I was like, how do you survive in a world when you don't know you're getting your period and then you get it?
Wait, you better edit this out.
You don't want to talk about this?
No.
Okay, we can move on.
But I did feel for her.
Okay, so what about the feathers? How'd you feel about the feathers?
Oh, I love the feathers. I thought it was great. He was leaving the feathers for her. It was like their thing.
But who did you think it was?
I thought it was Tate.
Right away you thought it was Tate?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got paranoid because I was protective of her. And the first feather she described as a predatory bird. I had this like unease about Chase and the murder and who his character was. When that feather came from a predatory bird, I thought, oh God, she's not going to realize this is Chase and she's going to think it's Tate. And the author wants us to think it's Tate, but I think it's Chase, and oh my God, she's in danger. Like, I was freaked out.
Wow.
And then when it was Tate, I was like, oh, thank God.
Sigh of relief.
But yeah, I was unsettled at first by the feathers. And then I wish I could have been calm about it. Because clearly it was beautiful, like you experienced.
Yeah. But then afterwards, it was nice.
It was nice, yeah. It was really sweet, and how it carried through the book later on. That was just precious. It was like they had another language.
Well, that's we all come to the table with different ideas.
Yeah.
Belief systems. So
definitely.
That's what makes reading a book so individual and unique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so throughout the book, Kaya keeps referencing this poet, this particular poet. And it was just a nice part of the book, and sometimes it really tied in. And actually one of those lines tipped me off to the big spoiler in the book, that she actually did commit the murder that is in question in the book.
I missed it.
Yeah, I have to go back and look at it, but as soon as she recited it, I was like, oh my God, she did it. I can't believe she did it. He found her poems in the floorboards at the end, and she was the poet.
That was crazy. I was like, what? Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was a huge moment for me, even more so than like the fact that she actually committed the murder. I was like, she's the poet. I'm so proud of her. I love her. Her name is Kaya. Kaya's like my new person.
What did you think when you came upon the whodunit? She was the actual murderer.
Yeah, I didn't mind. My love for Kaya did not decrease in any way.
No, I still loved her, for sure. Tate still loved her. If you've already read the book, I'm sure you still love her. Do you have any other theories about who else was the murderer?
Yeah, I thought it was Tate. I thought it was her brother. So I had thoughts.
I thought it was Jumpin. I was so afraid it was Jumpin because he was such a dear father figure, and I thought, oh my God, they found her not guilty. They're going to now think it's Jumpin, and they're going to put him away. And I was terrified because I was like, that would be worse for her. They should have just found her guilty. It's almost unbelievable how Kaya could accomplish so much the night of the murder.
We had to recreate the sneaking back and forth to the marsh, the in and out of the motel, and everything to illustrate for you how she pulled it off.
We totally nailed it, right, Joe?
Absolutely. All aboard! Bus leaving the marsh.
Thank you. All I have is my bag of belongings to go stay at a hotel. Ding, I'm checking in.
How many?
Just me. I have a murder to do, so I gotta make this quick.
Here's your room key.
Thank you. Hi, Mr. Publisher Man.
You didn't even say action. Hi, Kaya. Nice to meet you.
Didn't we meet already?
I don't know. I don't know where we are in the movie.
It's a book, not a movie.
This book is phenomenal.
Thank you. I did this book too because I am brilliant. Bye. I have a murder to go do.
Better hurry.
Okay. I am a tall boy on the bus going back to town.
Bus to the marsh.
I'm in the marsh in my boat. Jace, you're wearing my shell necklace.
Kaya, I need you.
Mind the step. Aw. Jerk. I'm leaving the marsh so quickly in my boat.
Beep, beep.
Let's get out of here. I have no time.
Bus out of the marsh.
Good morning, Mr. Publisher Man.
Good morning. Did you get any sleep? You look
yes,
exhausted.
I slept beautifully. Thank you, Mr. Publisher Man.
You sure you weren't out all night? Bus stop at the marsh.
Okay, time to go home. Bye.
So if you like what we're doing here at BookBuds,
Share it with your friends.
like
And subscribe.
to BookBuds.
I forgot that part.
to BookBuds.
Let's do it again.
Swamp.
Car.
Polar swamp troll.
Car.
Trash too.
Car. Car. Game on. You don't like Wayne's World. You suck.